What's the single most painful moment of your life you wish you could erase? My 10th birthday was supposed to be perfect. Mom had promised me for weeks that Dad would finally come home from finding himself for my party. He'd been gone almost a year, and all I wanted was to see him walk through our front door again. Mom made my favorite lasagna that morning. She hung up these goofy streamers with my name spelled out in block letters. She even bought those fancy paper plates instead of the regular ones we always used. I could tell she was nervous because she kept adjusting the same streamer over and over. The party started fine. My friends Tyler and Marcus came over. We played tag in the backyard, ate cake, opened the usual birthday stuff, but every 5 minutes I'd run to the living room window and check the driveway. Still empty. Mom kept saying Dad was probably just running late. Traffic, you know? But her smile looked weird, like she was forcing it. Then the doorbell rang at exactly 3:47 p.m. I remember the time because I'd been watching the clock like a hawk. I sprinted to the door, heart pounding. This was it. Dad was finally home. But when I opened it, some lady I'd never seen before was standing there. She had blonde hair pulled back tight and was wearing this fancy blue dress. Next to her was a little girl who looked maybe 4 years old. The kid had the same green eyes as me. The woman smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "You must be Jordan," she said. "I'm Rachel. This is Mia." My stomach dropped. I just stared at them. "Where's my dad?" I asked. Rachel's face got uncomfortable. She reached into her purse and pulled out a birthday card with a cartoon dinosaur on it. "He couldn't make it today, honey, but he wanted you to meet your sister." Sister? The word hit me like a punch. I looked at the little girl again. She was hiding behind Rachel's legs, peeking out at me with those familiar green eyes. Mom appeared behind me. I heard her sharp intake of breath. "Who are you?" Mom asked, her voice tight. "I'm David's wife," Rachel said quietly. "We got married 6 months ago." The birthday card was still in Rachel's outstretched hand. I took it with shaking fingers. Inside was a $10 bill and a note written in Dad's messy handwriting. "Happy birthday, bud. Hope to see you soon. Love, Dad. Hope to see you soon." Like I was some random kid he barely knew. I looked at my mom. Her face had gone completely white. She was gripping the doorframe so hard her knuckles looked like bones. "I didn't know he had," she started, then stopped. Rachel shifted uncomfortably. "David thought you knew about Mia. He said he told Jordan about her months ago." That was a lie. Dad had never mentioned any sister. He'd never mentioned getting married again either. The little girl tugged on Rachel's dress. "Mama, can we go home now?" "Mama." She called this stranger Mama, while my real mom stood there falling apart. Something inside me snapped. I walked to the kitchen, picked up the whole lasagna dish Mom had spent all morning making, and hurled it at the floor. The ceramic exploded, sending chunks of pasta and sauce everywhere. "Jordan!" Mom gasped, but I wasn't done. I grabbed the birthday cake and threw that too. Chocolate frosting splattered across the cabinets. Then I swept all the fancy paper plates off the counter. My friends stood in the doorway staring. Rachel grabbed Mia and backed toward the door. "Maybe we should come back another time," she said. "Don't bother!" I screamed at her. "We don't want you here!" They left. My friends left too. Mom sat down right there on the kitchen floor in the middle of all the broken dishes and started crying harder than I'd ever seen. For 3 weeks after that, I didn't talk to anyone. Not Mom, not my friends, nobody. Mom fell into this deep sadness where she'd sit on the couch all day staring at nothing. She admitted later that she'd suspected Dad had someone else, but she'd hoped maybe if he came home for my birthday, things could go back to normal.